Eyes of Autonomy, Chapter 9. Hundreds of agonizingly painful steps later, I see the first sign of the town. A faint neon glow flashes from the local pub. The town fits into one square block, with a convenience store and a liquor store next to a hardware shop. The pub at the end of the street is the only thing open at this hour. Az tells me that the lab he worked in is to the left of the little Irish pub, but I'm consumed with trying to step in his footsteps to avoid trudging through the snow myself. Like the sand in Wash Creek, no one seems to care enough to plow the snow off the sidewalks. My feet feel like a million pins and needles are stabbing into them with every step in the sleet. I'm almost glad when I lose feeling in my hands and feet. My hands are so numb that I can hardly sense the cold of the snow as I pick it up and ball it up to hold it to my eye that was bruised against the dashboard. My aching body gets warm inside as I see the DCB logo on a multi-storied skyrise. Their logo is an umbrella covering the American fist, with a giant lab that looks out of place in this town. It's too modern and clean for this dirty little town. I'll disarm the weapon, search the files, and take anything related to Operation Advancement. Got it? Got it. I watch him roll his broad shoulders. So you grew up here? Uh-huh, he replies. Maybe your family's around here. My mother gave me up for adoption when I was 10. You remember it? Yeah. I know why that they let me remember everything. They wanted me to remember that they gave me purpose, not a nuclear family. And I believed them for a long time too. Do you know how old you are? I know how you feel. The shielding's always been my family. That's why I'm here freezing to death. Why is it so cold here? I thought the sun was getting hotter. Az looks at me, then at the snow-covered building. Yeah, I'm 17 now. That just makes the weather more extreme, he adds. Az rips the glass door from its bearings, and the door shatters. The floodlight illuminates the area, and a high-pitched alarm wails like a belligerent toddler. Oh, your eye looks horrible, Az bites his lip. That's what you're focused on? Take out the security system. Az pulls the alarm out of the wall, and the siren hushes. But seriously, that thing's making me look sick. Go to the computer room. Go find the computer room. I thought you were a biologist. I roll my eye that isn't swollen shut. Just go. I agree, dashing down the hallway. The chemical smell of formaldehyde is so suffocating. Throughout the white hallways, I steal a blue surgical mask from the front desk, hoping it blocks out some of the aroma of the chemicals, but it hardly helps. Masks were once used to protect against new viruses, but in the last few hundred years, they've become more of a fashion statement in big cities. They're no longer to stop viruses. They've become a symbol of devotion to the state on state holidays. On March 16th every year, we're required to wear them to symbolize our love and submission to the state. It's called Independence Day. It marks the day the state began to emerge from the capitalist rulers. I find the room marked Computer Lab on the 5th floor, on the directory board behind the desk where I stole the mask from. I ride the elevator, much like the one back in the control tower in the shielding. The room is pitch black until I hit the switch, and rows of white desks and computer screens fill the room. The walls, the floors, and the ceilings are all so bland that it makes my eyes see floaters in the blank space. They should hire an interior designer or something in these government buildings, I joke with myself. We can still talk this out, darling. I'm rather fond of you, and it would be a shame to pull this trigger. The hairs on the back of my neck stand on edge. There by the desk is the glittering red heels. The Grand Master's matching red uniform never changes. Her straight blonde hair is never pinned up. It always flows freely past her long shoulders. Everything about her is uniformly the same. Her voice drones in the same unemotional fashion. But this is the first time I've ever seen her with a gun.